question letter C is kind of a twist on what we were doing in A and B, because this time they're not telling us what the initial value is or what the multiplier is. They're just giving us a few hints in the table and letting us figure it out for ourselves. So the first thing we'll want to do is kind of see what they gave us. We do know that the zero term in a table is very important, so I'm going to highlight that there, because I know that that zero term is always the initial value. We've been talking about that in every other example. So I know that that 3 is definitely important. I'll bet that 3 is my initial value. So I'm going to label it because I know I'm going to need that for the second answer. I'm going to need that for my equation. Now in terms of the pattern, the other number I need for my equation is the multiplier. So just reminding ourselves, if my equation needs to look like this one, I need an initial value and a multiplier. So I'm looking at this pattern thinking to myself, okay, well, what could be the multiplier here? 3 goes to 9, 9 goes to 27. What could I be multiplying by? If you've already figured it out, and hopefully you have, you can tell that the multiplier is definitely 3, because 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. So that should give me the hint that I need in order to get the next number in the table. If I do 27 times 3, I should be able to get it. So I'll just do that in a calculator to play it safe. 27 times 3 is 81. And then assuming the pattern keeps going, 81 times 3 again should give me 243, and times 3 again should give me 729. So I can tell that I have a good multiplier because all of the numbers in the table will work from that single value. That multiplying 3 connects every single thing in the bottom row. So now let's see if we can piece this together. The pattern was generated by multiplying 3, thus we call that number the multiplier. We already knew that the initial value is 3, so I labeled that accordingly. Now it seems we have enough information to use this structure, so I can answer the second part. T of n equals, there's my equation starter. Initial, we said, was 3. Notice we don't write the 0 itself. We write whatever's in that spot in the bottom row. That's why we write the 3. Then parentheses, because the multiplier is always in parentheses. The multiplier itself is 3 to the power of n. And again, notice I made my n look like a little tiny exponent. Smaller, lifted up. That, of course, is a very repetitive structure now. We've seen it over and over again, and hopefully we can tell it's supposed to be the same every single time. So now that you've seen how these equations work and how to find and connect the patterns to them, see if you can try question number 4. Again, if you're not confident, then you can watch the video to do question number 4. But the next question, number 4, is the last one of this lesson, in the hopes that you can really just start to notice those patterns and build that foundation so you can start to pay attention to those deeper ideas, why the equations look the way they look, and what each number means, what each number's job is in the problem. If you feel like you understand this, then feel free to stop watching videos at this point and try question number 4 on your own. If you need the guidance, the last video in this playlist will walk you through number 4.